Hey, this is one of the most anticipated events I can remember in a long time, certainly in politics, maybe ever.
Yes, it is. And if we go back and we look at the 1960 debate, which was the first televised debate between Kennedy and Nixon, we've learned from that people who actually watch debates are the most compelled by the person with the biggest personality and whom they deem has the most integrity, completely different from how people perceive things when they can only listen. This will play to Mr. Trump's advantage distinctly. But Hillary Clinton has hired a team of psychologists to hope to corner Mr. Trump sort of emotionally into looking what she believes is, unfit for the president from an emotional standpoint. So she's going to try to trap him in that. He's going to have to be ready for some pretty tough situations that she's going to try to put him in.
Boy, some people are worried about the moderators. In this particular case, it'd be Les or Holt. From everything that I know, he's highly respected. But the mainstream media and the war against Donald Trump has been prevalent throughout the entire process. How comfortable are you that it's going to be fair?
Well, I think the most important thing for Mr. Trump and for Secretary Clinton as well is to be less concerned about the moderator and less concerned about their opponent and more concerned about what is going to differentiate them. The American people already know what these people are against. We know what Donald's against. We know what Hillary's against. And so the differentiator is going to really be, what are they for? What is their vision? And so I don't think it will be a big problem in terms of who's moderating or what questions are being asked or answered. The most important thing for Mr. Trump is to say, here's my vision. America, I'm going to fight for you. This is where we're going to take you. This is what we're going to actually do. People are looking for principles and policies from Mr. Trump, and I think he needs to be ready to do that regardless of what the questions may be or where the moderator might take the discussion. Right. Hillary's got to be on defense on a lot of those things. I think the polls that you mentioned in those states are going to create increased pressure on Secretary Clinton, and in the past she's struggled with that in terms of how to actually go about getting momentum back. So it'll be very interesting to watch. I don't think the moderator is going to play a big role come Monday night.
Adriana, Hillary's got the problem, right? She is either seen as too robotic at times. Sometimes she's seen as too angry. Sometimes she's seen as the nerd who understands or can explain policy. But then she's also got the track record. So she's got a lot of hurdles to overcome in this thing.
She certainly does. I think one of her biggest hurdles is that America doesn't trust her. I mean, Democrats, poll after poll during the primary, the majority of the people, even in her own party, don't trust her. And she has a likability deficit, a trustability deficit, and then sometimes she screams. We've all seen her give speeches.
The shriek, right? She got rid of that, and she actually early, like a couple of months ago, she started to do better, but it comes out when she gave that video with the unions this week. It was ugly. It was scary. It was, how come I'm not at 50%? Like, it was like, oh my gosh, she's coming unglued.